thing, how to do it and how to do it right. So the reason people get weight loss and fat loss wrong all the time is because they're trying to lose weight too quickly. They're not forming habits that are going to help them keep the weight off forever. The issue is that our bodies love homeostasis. They love staying the same. If it was up to your body right now, it would stay in the same place. So it's always gonna trick you and make you go right back to where you come from or where your baseline is. So your job as someone who's trying to lose weight is to establish a new baseline every single time. So when people want to lose weight and go all the way down 60, 40 pounds, you notice that a lot of them jump back up because they might lose all those 60 pounds in 2 months or 3 months or 1 month. The reason being that they jump right back up is because they never established that baseline. Our bodies are really smart. So your body doesn't care how much cardio you do, how much calories you burn. In any essence, your body just likes to keep you at the same amount of weight and scale weight. So if I burn 700 or 300 or 1,000 calories on this machine, your body will keep record of that and will make sure that you're going to consume those 1,000 calories back, if not more, for messing with it. Now, how do we prevent that? It's really simple. It's that you have to keep 300 or 500 calories below what it is that you are consuming. So that's why a lot of people get it wrong, because people that are trying to lose weight, have higher body fat percentages, are not used to eating satiating foods. They're not used to cooking them. They're not used to meal prepping them. They're not used to scaling them out, weighing them out, and they're not used to being hungry. So every time they get on this treadmill, they already have an exaggeration of consuming over calories, and then you add an addition of more starvation to this calorie count. Yeah, you can open a hole way wider, and then it'll give you room to overeat. But what you actually want to do is eat low calorie, satiating foods in high volume amounts or high frequency. If you can commit to an intermittent diet where like you don't eat for a very long time, that's fine. But your portion sizes have to be strict. They have to be even smaller than what you would normally do to sustain your weight. So let me give you an example. It's worth it here to burn 300 calories over 800 calories if you have a better mental discipline with your food. For instance, if I burn 300 calories, I'm not gonna be as hungry. Then I'll go upstairs, and if the first meal I hit is a protein shake, my body's not gonna be worried about those other 150 calories as much. But if I blast 700 calories or 800 calories, and my body starts freaking out because there's a 900 calorie deficit, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna look for high fat foods, high carb foods, as well as consuming food before I even get to my meal. So even though it's healthy, I've had times where I've made meals and unconsciously I'm adding more condiments, I'm adding more cheeses, I'm adding more ingredients to those recipes, and then they crank me up to 800, 900 calories with a higher fat content and a higher carb content. And me being a fitness professional, I say that because we're supposed to be the most disciplined ones. I go ahead and start making mistakes. I start logging my calories and realizing that the food that I just ate was worth the same caloric balance that I just burned. So in reality, you're right back to where you started, if not worse, because maybe you were disciplined throughout the week and you were weighing your food and you were weighing your chicken and everything like that, but you crank right back up, if not worse, because if you start to implement something like a lower carb diet, you're more insulin sensitive. So the second you spike it, you probably will, gain a little bit of muscle mass, deplete a little bit of body fat. But if you overdo it, then your body's gonna start storing more body fat. So, moral of the story and the message is that you have to eat with intention. You have to eat with the idea of, what am I gonna do in the next 3 hours? Do I need that much food? Can I stay on plan? And if you're prepared and you have all your meal prep already, chances are you're gonna stay on plan. So if you burn 1,000 calories and then you have a 300 calorie meal already in the refrigerator and you eat it as quickly as possible after that workout, chances are you're gonna be satisfied. But in the next 2 to 3 hours are the ones you have to worry about. Or vice versa, if you do 1,000 calories and you burn it on the treadmill or high intensity exercise or workout, remember that if you don't eat for 1 or 2 or 3 hours after, those calories are in the bank. But if you don't have anything prepared, you're gonna start slipping bagels, croissants, you're gonna start slipping any carb under the sun, because you have to go put that back. You weren't disciplined enough from the beginning. That's why you have this excess body fat. So you have a higher chance of storing up on carbs. And I don't care who you are. If you log your calories, you start logging all the snacks that you're slipping and you're having all these carbs, or you're having all these random pita chips and things like that, you're gonna notice that you're eating the same amount of calories that you're burning. And you're eating the same amount of calories that you need to sustain weight. And if you're doing that, you're not gonna burn any body fat. So let's get into the body fat. Let's dig into the body fat by eating chicken, eating broccoli, eating asparagus, having lettuce on your salads, and having protein shakes. Because these are the things that are gonna satiate you. Log your calories so that when you screw up, you see it, versus you not having an actual idea of what you're doing. You can log everything. It's not really gonna matter, but it's just gonna keep track. It's like an accountant. You're gonna know how many calories you have. You're gonna know how much money you have. If you go over, then you're negative. Same thing here. If you go over your calories, you know you're not losing weight. So if you watched this far, thank you. We're gonna post this on YouTube for everybody trying to lose weight.